4.
I didn't tell you about it yet.
You don't have to. All right. So are you ready for the top 5 movies of 2017?
Yes.
Getting closer to present
Hopefully.
day. We're almost there. So this was a very interesting year in movies. Lots of different genres. We'll have to see. I can't remember who went first last time.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
All right. Well, then I'll go.
Okay.
All right. My number 5 is Get Out. The horror
film.
Yes, horror slash a little bit of comedy mixed in there. Jordan Peele, he started out in comedy, his first directorial debut, and he went with a horror film that also has elements of, kind of metaphors for race issues and things like that, which play very well, I think. And Daniel Kaluuya, who has gone on to win an Oscar for other stuff, was great in the lead role, playing this couple that goes to meet the parents for the first time. He's dating a white girl, and it starts out just kind of awkward, but it gets more and more weird as it goes. And the mother especially was very creepy, Catherine Keener, with her whole hypnosis thing, stirring the spoon to make him go into like this hypnotic state where he can't do anything, and it gets really crazy towards the end. I won't give it away, but yeah, I found it very entertaining and interesting.
Yeah, it was a decent film.
Yeah, and I think was even nominated. Did not make your list? Okay.
No.
Yeah. What's your number 5?
My number 5 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering what kind of hero movies would make your list.
I think they're mostly all made my list. So this is going to be and mostly an all hero thing, I would think. Basically, okay. It turned out most of them were very decent movies this year.
Yeah.
Well, so some people think that the original Guardians of the Galaxy was a little bit better than this one.
Yeah. What do you think? Are they?
I would think that they're pretty close. I mean, besides the comedy elements in Guardians of the Galaxy, there was also, the soundtrack was like really good. A lot of old tunes, playing and stuff like that.
A lot of good 70s.
It was like really good. I think you would like that one. I don't know if you saw Guardians of the Galaxy.
I saw the first one, but not 2. Yeah.
There is going to be a third one.
Of course.
And coming out in 23, I believe, and a Christmas special. That
Interesting.
Disney's putting out in 22, supposedly this year.
Is that just Guardians of the Galaxy related, or the whole
the
Marvel
Galaxy
universe?
Related.
Okay. Well, that should be fun. Hopefully, it's better than the Star Wars Christmas special from back in the 70s. Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah, most people don't, for a reason. It's very difficult to find.
I don't even know if I ever saw it.
I don't think I think I saw clips of it, and I was just like, wow, this was terrible. It was like something about Wookiees, and it looked fake and terrible. Like, you'll have to Google it because it's pretty funny.
Okay.
But yeah, all right, good pick. So my number 4.
I didn't tell you about it yet.
You don't have to.
No, and it had 2 old stars in the movie.
Oh.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
And Kurt Russell.
Oh, interesting. Tango and Cash themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Back again. But in this movie, Kurt Russell plays Peter Cole's father.
Mm-hmm.
And he explains to him like his heritage and everything. And he's actually part God because Kurt Russell is the God.
Ah, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. So the whole gist of the story is, he takes, the whole crew back to his planet
Yeah.
where they find out the deviance is behind his father.
Yeah. Gotcha. That's cool. So who is Sylvester Stallone?
Sylvester Stallone like plays this this muscle, this security guard type guy.
Okay. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. So he's not like a huge role in it. Just
yeah, he's like an intergalactic cop, basically.
interesting.
Yeah, so
Okay.
he's only got a bit part. I think he
Yeah.
has like 2 scenes in the whole movie.
Probably for the best. uh, very good. Adrian. But yeah. Yeah. All right. So my number 4 is The Big Sick.
Which one?
The Big Sick.
I don't remember.
It's comedy / drama starring Kumail Nanjiani.
Oh, The Big Sick.
Yes.
It sounded like you said stick. Okay. I know which
Yeah.
one it is now, yes.
Yeah, it was a movie about Teddy Roosevelt, The Big Stick. The Big Stick, yeah, Kumail Nanjiani, kind of a true story about how he met his wife and how she, shortly after they met each other, got in a accident and was in a coma for a very long time, but he sticks by her side. And the parents are played by Ray Romano and I believe it's Holly Hunter, and they're really great in the movie. And so he kind of forges a relationship with them, and it's a really sweet movie, kind of a romantic comedy in that sense, but also dealing with some race and stereotype things going on with in this in the Indian culture in this movie, which was had some very funny moments. And Kumail's a really funny guy, so I really thought that was a nice movie.
Okay, good.
Also not on your list.
Yes, it is not on my list.
Well, it's not a superhero movie, so
yeah, it was one of Amazon's big movies.
Yeah. Oh, Kumail went on to be in superhero movies later.
Okay.
He got really buff, and I forget who he is, but I mean, I guess it's inevitable. Everyone's going to be in a superhero movie at some point. So what's your number 4?
Star Wars episode, whatever, The Last Jedi.
This one is also on my list.
Is it really?
It's actually my
Alright.
number 3. I'll give that
Yeah.
away. So yeah, good pick.
Yeah, so in this one, they're looking for Skywalker.
Yep.
So as we found out in the previous episode, he's been missing, and the whole story about that was obviously to find the map to find where he was.
Right.
So the girl goes there, finds him, and he's very unreceptive, to say the least.
I love that whole bit of that movie, like that he doesn't want anything to do with it, and makes it
Right.
really fun, like how he doesn't really want to train her, but
Yeah, and
begrudgingly does it.
he learns his lesson with his nephew.
Right. Yeah.
And then they find out that Skywalker was the catalyst
Mm-hmm.
for Ren to be to turn to the dark side,
Right. Yeah.
because he felt that he was conflicted between the light and the dark, and now he was like maybe going towards the dark. So he was going to kill him while he slept. And at that moment, Ren woke up.
Yeah, right. And that's when he questioned
Yeah.
the whole thing, and yeah,
And then he went dark.
it's
Killed
quite
off,
dark indeed.
yes,
Yeah,
killed off all the other, Jedis that were in training,
right,
just like his grandfather did.
right, yeah. Yeah, and there's some really cool moments. Of course, this was the last one that Carrie Fisher was actually in. Uh, she passed away, I believe, during the filming of the movie. So it was pretty cool how they were able to keep her in for a majority of the film, actually. And yeah, there was some really cool effects too, like when they plowed a ship into another one, like going into hyperdrive, and like some really cool effects. And then, the whole thing where kind of explaining away the fact that anybody can use the force, kind of, which was, for Star Wars fanatics, there were a lot of debates and things after the movie came out. But I felt like out of this series, this was the best one.
Yeah, it was like akin to the second Star Wars movie,
Yeah.
which was 5.
Empire
It was
Strikes Back.
like
Yeah.
The you know like 7 was like an okay movie, just like 4 was like a pretty good okay movie.
Right.
And then to solidify it, it needed the next one to be a lot better.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that 8 achieved that also.
Yeah, and there were some moments too that were like you didn't see coming, like that scene where they both turn on Snoke at the same time and start fighting together and
Yeah.
all that. So yeah, it had that kind of
To show that he still has that conflict.
right.
Yeah, and so he can still be turned.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Even though, yeah, he had done horrible things.
Right. Although at the end, it looked like that. It looks like that he's not going to be turned.
Yeah, right. So they leave a pretty good, decent cliffhanger as well with all that, and some really cool stuff too. Like, with the ending, not to give it away, but the whole thing that Luke does on that red planet, where he's projecting himself, using the Force. That was really cool, and an appearance by Yoda in the movie, which was great.
Yes.
So, all right. So my number 3. So what's your 3?
My number 3 is Thor Ragnarok.
I knew you would have this one. Yeah.
I was going. Actually, this is probably the best one of the Thors.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
So far.
Yeah. I heard it was like a really fun movie. Jeff Goldblum is in it.
Yes, and it was mostly, and it didn't take place on Earth.
Right.
This was after what's her name broke up with him. So, it's having like a little recovery period and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Ragnarok was prophesied to be the end of his planet.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay.
So when he goes back, he finds his brother imitating his father, Odin.
Isn't that Anthony Hopkins?
Yes, Anthony Hopkins plays Odin.
Yeah.
Oh, it reminded me to tell you something after. Well, I'll tell you now. I saw the Festus Indian last night. It was on Amazon.
Yeah, what did you think?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an
really
interesting story.
Yeah. He's always great, but yeah.
Getting back to Thor, right?
Yes.
So they find his father in Norway.
Mm-hmm.
And they told him that he's dying, and actually they watched him die. And he also told them about Ragnarok, that they can't stop it. It's going to happen no matter what.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And he also told them that they had a sister,
Yeah.
and the sister helped him destroy the other, to get the other kingdoms to join, in the thing. But then she got too powerful,
Mm-hmm.
so she's been imprisoned.
Right.
And when he dies, she will come back.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
Yeah. So all this happens,
Yep.
and I forgot to tell you also, there's even another comedy portion of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Goldblum is in the movie.
Yeah, I've heard that he's like the best part of the movie.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah.
So Thor gets banished by his sister, and
Yeah.
he winds up on being a gladiator.
Mm.
And
Mm-hmm.
Goldberg is the head, the big emperor of the planet thing.
Right.
So he puts Thor in the thing. And that's, I forgot to tell you also that Thor doesn't have his hammer anymore because his sister destroyed it.
Man, that's
So the
strange.
only power that he has left that he can summon lightning, right?
Oh, is
So
that all? Yeah.
he gets into the ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he finds out that his opponent is the Hulk.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
funny.
now he's trying to convince the Hulk to go back to his normal self.
Right. Right. That makes for good comedy. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So the Hulk's not paying any attention and has no inclination. Apparently, for like the last couple of years, he's been the Hulk and nothing else.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Gotcha. That's cool. Well, yeah, that one has been on my radar to check out only because I've heard good things. So,
Yeah, it was good.
all right, cool. Well, we're already to number two. So my number two is probably not on your list, but I believe we showed this to you when you visited one time. Our Souls at Night. The
I don't remember that at all.
Robert Redford and Jane Fonda.
Yeah.
It was a Netflix movie where basically the plot of the movie is they're both widows, retirees that live near each other, and they're both lonely. And Jane Fonda, they barely know each other, but she has this idea of him sleeping in bed with her to so she doesn't feel lonely. And it's like this whole awkward thing, but she means nothing, perverted by it or anything like that. But then, of course, all the gossipy old townsfolk start thinking that is what it is. Bruce Dern plays one of them, and then eventually a relationship does emerge, of course, out of it. And but I found it just a really sweet movie. And of course, those two are always great together. I think it's the third film they made together many years later, but the chemistry is still there, and I enjoyed it a lot. So I guess you don't have much memory of it.
No, I do not. So apparently it wouldn't be on my list.
Yes, apparently not. But yeah, it's a good, cute, romantic movie for the elderly.
Okay.
So what's your number two?
My number two is Logan.
Ah, okay. Yeah, you are going with all the hero movies.
This is probably one of the best ones.
Wolverine.
And if you remember, I have not had any X-Men on my list this whole time.
That's true.
And this is one of the very last movies.
Right. He dies in this, right?
Yeah, he does actually.
Okay.
Uh, he's very old Hugh Jackman.
Yep.
So his regenerative health properties are failing.
Yeah.
And Patrick Stewart, who plays Charles Xavier, he has dementia.
Okay.
And they're in hiding because right now they're the only two X-Men left on the planet. There haven't been any new X-Men born within the last 25 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So Hugh Jackman is now a chef, how do you say it? Limousine service guy.
I'm not sure what you're trying to say.
Chauffeur.
Oh, chauffeur.
Yeah, right.
Gotcha.
And then that's how he's basically making his living. And they're in some godforsaken place in New Mexico.
Yeah.
But then they find out that in Mexico, they are using X-Men DNA to create children X-Men.
Of course. Why wouldn't they?
I know.
Yeah. That's pretty messed up.
I know. So one of them escapes and they're looking for Logan to help them to get to this place in, I think it's Montana.
Okay.
Okay. And all they have is the coordinates. 32 dot da 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 whatever. And then Logan finally sees so it's a little girl and the nurse that was taking care of the kids. The nurse died, so now Logan's got this kid, right?
Yeah.
And he sees her comic book, and the X-Men comic book, and the coordinates are on the X-Men comic book. So he thinks that this place doesn't even exist. That it's in the comic book, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, so then all the people that have exterminated the X-Men come looking for them. They escape, and now they're going to these coordinates and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, I remember this movie getting really good reviews.
Yeah, it did actually. It is one of the best ones, and the acting in it is like really good.
Yeah, they were even talking
from
about
previous ones. I mean, by this time, Patrick Stewart is now Sir Patrick Stewart.
right. Yeah.
Where, his acting and stuff like that. And Hugh Jackman has become a really good actor.
Oh yeah, he's always great. Yeah, they were talking about Academy Award nominations, which I don't know if it ended up getting any, but I don't think so.
No, it did. It was up. It was up for an Academy Award, but it didn't get it.
Okay. Well, very good. All right. Well, we're to number one. So I doubt it that this I highly doubt that we'll have this in common, but my number one.
I know which your number one is.
You do?
Yeah. The billboard thing.
No. You are wrong.
Whoa.
Didn't make my list. My number one.
Please tell me it's not the water thing.
No. Oh, hell no. No, that movie I did not even enjoy. My number one is Pixar's Coco.
Oh my God, a cartoon again.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, Pixar's taken over. This is my favorite of the Pixar movies, actually. And I guess the main reason for that is it's one of a handful of movies that made me cry at the end. And
Oh,
yeah, but the whole concept of the life after death and how they deal with it, um of course this is through the lens of the Mexican culture of basically the whole idea is that if no one remembers you um after you're in the afterlife, then you basically just disappear. So it's they have the song called Remember Me. The music is really great in the movie as well. um and of course the whole thing with the main character, uh Coco, learning to play guitar. And it's amazing how they make it look so real too, the Pixar folks, when he's playing guitar and stuff. But and the whole thing of him being through a lineage of uh, a very famous musician. And so it has a lot of the whole yeah, I'm surprised you don't love this movie more, because it's got a lot of the ancestry element, but also so like, yeah, the grandmother at the end whose memory is fading when he starts singing her the Remember Me song, and then she remembers uh her son and how it the lineage and everything. It's a really sweet movie, how it all comes together. And of course a lot of fun along the way, of just like any Pixar movie. But yeah, made my number one.
okay.
So
Yeah, I mean, we very rarely talk about the cartoon movies. I
yeah.
mean, I think you mentioned Pixar one time before, but
Hmm.
uh, Pixar movies are like always in the top 10 grosses.
Yeah, and they're always so well done, like where it's really for adults as well as kids. um I feel like for most of them anyway.
Well, yeah, they want the parents to enjoy it too, so that they, bring the kids to the movies.
Right.
So like the kids really don't understand like the jokes that are geared toward the adults.
Right. Yeah.
They just like the characters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good for both. And no, I've never seen that movie. That's so
What? Oh man, we
yeah.
gotta put that on our list to watch
Yeah, it
together.
was I was I didn't catch it with the kids watching it, so
Okay.
I would assume it wasn't one of Helena's favorites,
Okay.
because she didn't. It wasn't one of the ones she was dressed up in,
Right. Yeah. Well,
imitating the characters.
that yeah, it's not one of those. It's not like Frozen or whatever, where it's got princesses and all that stuff. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's that would be a good one to check out for sure. So what's your number one?
but number one is Blade Runner 2049.
Okay, I was wondering if you would have this. Uh,
Yeah, uh, Blade Runner, left us hanging.
but yeah, for a long time.
Yeah, for a long time. Well, Blade Runner 2049 was supposed to come out a lot earlier, but
Right.
there was like a lot of problems getting it done because of copyrights and all this other stuff
Yeah.
issues. But so we were left with looks like that Rachel and Harrison Ford were, going to become romantically involved.
Right.
And so now it's like 30 years later. And now the person that is looking for rogue replicants is also a replicant.
Right. Yeah. An interesting twist on the whole
Yeah, it's
thing.
an interesting, and he's known as K for short.
Right.
So anyway, he he gets a replicant, a rogue replicant, and
Hmm.
then he finds this box with replicant remains.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a replicant that apparently gave birth by cesarean section.
Right.
So he gets the replicant analyzed, and he finds out that it was racial.
Yep.
So now the humans are worried because now they see that replicants can reproduce.
Yeah.
And this is going to change like the balance between humans or whatever. So now he has to find the father,
Right.
who, we know is Harrison Ford.
Yes. And it takes a while for him to show up in the movie.
Yes, it takes a while for him to show up in the movie. In the meantime, he has this recurring dream about this wood in the worst thing.
Right. Yeah.
So he goes to get the dream analyzed to find out whether it's a true dream or whether it's an implanted dream.
Right. Yeah.
And it turns out that it's a true dream.
Right. Exactly.
And the rumor was that Rachel had twins.
Mm-hmm.
So now he thinks that he might be the replicant that was born.
Right. Right.
So now he has another reason to find Harrison Ford, to find out if Harrison Ford is real father.
Yeah.
In the meantime, they give him a replicant test and he fails it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So now he's also a rogue replicant.
Yeah. Yeah. And Gosling was really good in this. I gotta say it was a really good sequel. So yeah, good pick.
So now it ends hanging again.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And
So
there is going to be another.
is there really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's being made by Amazon, and it's scheduled to come out in 2023.
Ah, wow. And I was gonna say not as long a wait this time.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Is it directed by the same guy or
I don't know.
Denis
They didn't
Villeneuve,
say
I
who the
think, right?
director was. They just
Yeah.
said that it has a planned release for 2023, and
Yeah.
Amazon is the company that's producing it.
Yeah. The cinematography was like amazing in it.
Yeah,
It looked
it
really
was
cool.
like they tried to copy, the same thing like from the scenery and stuff from the
Right.
first one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
the
it's
only thing
just
that was
I
added
found it a
was
little long, but of course the original was also long.
also
But
pretty long too.
yeah.
But I think it had to be,
Yeah.
to get all the elements into it,
Right.
to explain the story and stuff like that,
Exactly.
and to give you the hint on who his daughter was.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it was cool how it ended, I thought. But yeah, okay. Well, this is gonna be interesting to put together. So I just looked it up. Blade Runner has a 4.1 and Coco has a 4.2.
Mm,
so
I'm wounded.
so Coco makes number one,
Damn.
Blade Runner at 2. And then out of our twos, Logan totally eviscerates Our Souls at Night. Logan has a 4.1. Our Souls at Night had a 3.3. So
What? A 2.3?
no, a 3.3.
Oh, okay.
If I wrote it down right.
And that's like a good number.
So then I think our number 3 should end up being The Last Jedi because it was my 3 and your 4. We had it in common.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
Even though it's a lower number than 4.
Right. So Thor will be a very close number 6, I guess. So okay. So any honorable mentions?
No, but we didn't do our 6.
Yeah, so my honorable mention would have been hold on. Oh, Let's Play 2, which is a concert film slash documentary about Pearl Jam. I think we've talked about this on our baseball episode. The year that the Cubs won the World Series, they were
Oh, yeah, okay.
they were playing concerts at Wrigley Field. They did 2 nights in a row, and so it's a movie about both the Cubs winning and Pearl Jam's concerts and how they are fans of one another. And it's a really cool, fun movie. So that was my honorable. What about you?
Well, I'll try to do the accent.
Yeah.
Never, never, never surrender.
Wait, what is this? Is this Dunkirk? Oh, okay. Darkest Hour. That's right. There were 2 movies that year.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. This was Gary Oldman, right? Playing.
Yeah, and the weird thing is, I didn't realize that Gary Oldman played Winston Churchill
Yeah.
until after I saw the movie and I saw the credits.
Yeah, he really
Because
is unrecognizable.
I know, it was like unbelievable.
Yeah.
And he was great. I mean, he definitely deserved the Academy Award in that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, he did win, right?
That was the only one in the Academy Award that actually deserved the Academy Award.
Yeah, in quite a while. That's probably true, man.
Yeah, I mean, he was great.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Also, this was not my honorable mention, but I did want to mention because I thought you might have it. Baby Driver. That was a cool movie too.
Yeah, Baby Driver was a cool movie. The Billboard thing was
good. 3 Billboards was good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of good ones.
And let me just say, look real quick. Beauty and the Beast was a high moneymaker too. And that was a Disney one too.
Right.
You said The Big Sick, Coco, you said.
Yeah, we probably mentioned all the noteworthy ones. But yeah, Shape of Water, don't know how that won. That's crazy.
Oh, It.
Oh yeah, I thought you might have picked It also because I know you like that one.
I mean, yeah, and John Wick Chapter 2.
Right.
Jumanji was a fun movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, that was good. The Kingsman was good.
Mm-hmm.
Molly's Game was good also.
Oh yeah, I heard
based on a true story.
Right. Cool. Yeah, not a bad year for movies, I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't there?
I think after this year, things start getting progressively worse. But
yeah, I know. I already looked at 2018 previously.
Yeah.
And yeah. It's like
yeah, 2018 was a little harder to I mean, or actually it was easier to narrow down because there weren't that many great movies in my opinion. But yeah, let's read off the best according to 3 and 4 movies of 2017. At number 5, Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. At number 4, Our Souls at Night. At number 3, Logan. At number 2, Blade Runner 2049. And at number 1, Coco. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I mean,
must say.
2018 had, I think, yeah, didn't it have the movie you starred in?
Yeah, yes. And we'll see if it makes my list. I'm in the movie for exactly 0.3 seconds, I believe. And I'm a blur, so be on the
I know.
lookout.
You can't convince people that was you. They go, it's too blurry. That could be anybody.
Yeah, totally. But it was a fun day, I have to say. I called in sick to work and and was an extra in game night. So, yep, good times. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, a
sure.
lot of mediocre movies in 2018.
Yeah. But all right, well we'll look forward to that next episode where we talk about all the mediocre movies. We'll see you on the next one. Love you.
Love you too.
All right, bye.
Bye.